Welcome, everybody. We're doing a short reading today, which I always say it's going to be short, but sometimes it doesn't end up being so short. But I said I would do some Q&A today if anybody comes on. So I am going to stick with my word on that one. And yeah, but I got a little bit of time. So while we wait for some people to get into the chat, let's do some collective energy reads. This going on in the ether. I am in my Sunday get up because I'm doing chores and shit. So I'm not my most presentable, although I do look how I look every day. Okay, what are we doing? I'm gonna do dice, current energy. Okay. Ooh. I'm a little bit low on the energy vibe right now, so I apologize if I'm a little zombie, because that's how I feel today. We have a cookhouse next door, a meth cookhouse, and it was meth was seeping into the house all night last night. That's all I could smell while I was trying to sleep, so I didn't really sleep because I don't know if you've ever had meth before, but even just secondhand, it's like makes you very groggy and very tired, and so I'm on like meth air right now. I'm trying to air my apartment out the best that I can. Like, oh, the wind just must have been blowing in the wrong direction. We have this Quaker oatmeal factory near our town, and every now and then the entire town smells like brown sugar. You'll go outside and be like, oh, oatmeal's cooking again. So I guess it's just a variety of smells that go around this city. So I'm a little monotone today. Probably because of that. Twelfth house of endings. Thief. What's that doing in this deck? That's not supposed to be in this deck. Okay, War of the Worlds. Whoa, okay. So, something is ending. We're in the 12th house of endings, okay? And Neptune energy, somebody was definitely influenced by greed. Seems to be probably their favorite word, okay? And because they were so greedy, it caused heavy blockages in the collective because, you know, I saw this vision once when I was working for this lady, and she wasn't a big lady or anything like that. She wasn't fat or anything like that, but I guess her energy was really big, and I had this vision, and you could picture if your abundance or your money was like a river, okay? My river was flowing. This was the vision. My river was flowing, and this woman I started working for decided she was going to park her extremely fat body, and because in the vision she was huge, okay? Right smack in the middle of my river, which caused a dam, okay, which backed up my abundance flow, and she allowed this tiny little increment of water come past her fat ass. And I remember when I worked for her, she took shifts away from me. She always told me I wasn't ready. Oh, I don't think you're ready. Or she'd be like, oh, you know, you have to wake up at 6 a.m. Are you ready? Are you prepared? And I was like, woman, I'm a fucking 36-year-old woman. Like, I can wake up at 6 a.m. Thanks. I'm not a baby, right? But she babied people. So it was so disgusting that I was like, I had to try to realize that, like, she was a mother and a boss, and she wasn't going to have it any other way. And she took everything so fucking personally and cut my resources right off. Okay, like I said, she would give me the shittier shifts, or when because she would just say I couldn't handle it. And I'd be like, you know, I have 20 years of experience in this industry. 20 years. Okay. I serve in my sleep, for fuck's sakes. I'm bartending in my dreams. I can do it so well. I'm like Method Man who raps in his sleep. Okay. I can do it that well. And there you are patronizing me that I can't handle a fucking 5-table section. Are you kidding me, bitch? Step aside. The real adults are now taking over, not the ones who patronize you and tell you that you don't deserve anything or that you can't handle it. You know how many people were told by their parents that they couldn't handle things? So then they went out and had kids and got married and bought houses and went to their parents, oh, well, can I handle this? And I mean, great fight. But at the same time, if you have to try to prove somebody wrong with something that you already know that you are, but nobody else does, you're still in that war of, I need to prove myself to other people. Like, you shouldn't have to prove yourself to shit. And this, like, as long as you're proving yourself to yourself, you don't have to prove yourself to anybody else. Okay? So whatever this person did, they got delusioned. Okay? They're most likely alcoholics. Okay? Or like the meth heads next door, cranked up on something. I have a friend, okay? I have a very close friend, all right? Kind of like my childhood friend, kind of. And she works for these older gentlemen. And I won't tell you what she does, but these men, she recently met a new group that she's working for, and they all do huge amounts of cocaine all night. And these 80-year-olds, they sit up, they listen to music all night. They bring their beers over in pockets, okay? And they're just doing rails all night. And they tell my sister these stories about how not to get married or not to live in loveless relationships and how much of their lives they fucking wasted because they stayed married to people they shouldn't have and all the things that they wish they did. And she's just sitting there like, you know, my sister doesn't really have any regrets. I don't have any regrets. I do what I want to do. I don't miss out on opportunities because I'm too scared or because I feel like somebody's going to one-up me or I'm going to fail. You know how many times I've been in public and failed? I don't give a shit. Laugh at me. At least I tried, right? When you're out there trying, of course the ones that are sitting on the stands are going to laugh at you. They're on the stands. They're watching. Right? They're not doing anything. They're jerking off, judging everybody. Okay? So this person, they obviously had a job. Okay? Whether they were your parent, whether they were supposed to teach you something, whether they were supposed to take care of you, just simply support you, they didn't do it. Okay? Because they were too busy trying to control everything you did instead of let you make mistakes, let you get hurt, let you run out of money and have to come home, right? When you have a parent who doesn't want to be a parent, they're going to make your life a living hell. And they're going to tell you that you have to learn lessons and that you're on your own and you're an adult. You need to grow up. Those are all passive aggressive ways of telling you they don't want to be your parent anymore. They never did want to be your parent because if they did, they would have supported you. They would have paid your bills when you couldn't have. They would have told you to come home when you were lost, right? But they didn't want you around. So they wanted you to deal with it yourself. Okay, you're an adult, Jimmy. Deal with it yourself. Oh, little Tammy, you can go and fucking go to social services and get your paycheck to pay your rent. We're not helping you anymore. And I get it. People want to abuse, then cut them off. But when people need help, if that's your only fucking job here is to help because you don't actually have to be on the front lines doing anything anymore for them, you better make sure you help. And if that means you have to open up your wallet, guess what? Open your fucking wallet for once and pay for something that needs paying for, not something that you want to spend your money on, right? It's so simple, but when you're dealing with greedy people, they're not gonna let you touch anything that's theirs. Okay. And that came down to like my stepmother. I mean, she wouldn't even share her nail polish remover, let alone her nail polish. She wouldn't share her soap dispenser if I really liked a soap that she got. I couldn't use it. She wouldn't share a fucking thing. You know what that's called? A greedy little bitch who just wants all their shit to themselves and their kids. She made me get a job at like 8 years old to go and pay for my own stuff. Okay, at 8 years old, you're not paying for your 8-year-old to buy shit, there's something fucking wrong with you. Okay, because you didn't put kids here for them to work for you. You put kids here to raise, to grow, to, I don't know, fork out a little bit of dough, considering everything costs money. If you think you can have a child and that child's supposed to be free, you're fucked up. If you have a child and think you don't have to pay for it anymore, or it's just going to go away on its own, you're fucked, okay? And you're going to pay that price, just like you paid for the price to reincarnate that soul to be here, right? Like, my father thinks he can just delete my sister and I, like, because we're adults. He's not a parent anymore. He's not a father. He can just erase his daughters. Who wants to erase people? I have crackheads that live beside me that let other crackheads stay with them. I was homeless. My stepmother told me to go find a shelter, okay? And she lived in a 4-story house with not one, but 3 empty bedrooms I could have stayed at. But she's got a problem with me, so I'm not allowed to be there. People can't make mistakes. They can't fall. They can't fail. Not around my stepmother, or she will kick your ass to the curb unless it's her son. If it's her son, she will lick his asshole clean if he just shit everywhere. Okay, because people who want to be parents to some kids and don't want to be parents to other kids, if you think that you're not showing it on everything you do, you're fucked. I watched my mother hug my sister goodbye one day, and they came over and hugged me for 2 seconds. And I went, you don't think I don't realize that you love my sister more? I can tell just by you hugging her goodbye that you care about her more than I do. I mean, or more than you care about me. Right? I know it for a fact. People can't hide. And you know what's funny is when they think that they can, right? Even those spouses that are cheating, they think they're going to stay under the radar forever. They think they're so good at what they do, no one's ever going to find out about them. But you know where they end up? On this tarot channel. Or any tarot channel, because what they're doing is not so authentic. What they're doing is not so hidden. What they're doing is not like what everybody else has been fucking doing since the dawn of time. It's not new, okay? So people acting authentic because they're trying to control you. You are authentic and they can't stand it. And that just really sucks. Because you have trader/insider here, which means you had somebody, ooh. Okay, so I just watched this movie, and it was like a CIA movie, and this guy just comes out of nowhere and just starts working with this agent. And you think to yourself, like, he's not just a stranger. He's not just somebody that wants to help you. He's coming in, he's asking questions, he's bullying you, he wants to control the situation because he wants to know what the fuck you're doing, right? People who want to expose you at a very high level, but you're not exposed in a way where it's very hard to find information about you. Those people that find out that information, all they want to do is twist it. Okay, all they want to do is control how people see you, how they view you, how they react to you. Somebody wants to control your popularity, okay, because of greed. And whatever these drugs or alcohol has done to them, like maybe they're on serious medicational drugs, which I've been on, that put you in a black hole. And I wasn't in the black hole long enough to know what that would do, but I would imagine when you're on pills and those pills turn your entire psyche off, I would imagine after a prolonged amount of time, you're going to change as a person quite drastically. Okay, I didn't want to change. I didn't want to close my third eye. Once it was open, it was open. I just needed to realize how to control what I saw. Okay, and if I couldn't control what I was seeing, then at least learn how to identify it and explain it so then it doesn't hurt me, right? Like, we all have talents out there and we all have special powers that connect us with other people. And whatever your special power was, somebody tried to block it. Okay. And War of the Worlds, it kind of makes it seem like they just went face to face with you. You went to do something and make a move, and they stopped you and said you couldn't do something. Okay. We have Vanity that was hiding right underneath War of the Worlds. And I don't want to say this because it seems too vain, but I do feel like a lot of things that people put you through are because of what you look like. Especially if you're like me and don't wear any makeup and you're just natural pretty. Okay. People can't stand that. They can't. Women who have to cake on their face and put all this makeup on and hate the way that they look and have to get certain directions on the camera to make themselves look a certain way. Those people are vain as fuck. And those are the people that are trying to make you look bad. Okay. Because of how natural you are. And if you know like how pure you are in intent, this person can't duplicitate you. Okay. No matter how hard they try, and they can't erase you no matter how hard they try. Okay. So them trying to stop you by taking all the control is actually the one thing that's going to take all the control away from them in their own life now. Okay. So will this ever change? Yeah, it will. Okay. Rushing to ruin everything time and time again. So somehow this person puts you in situations where you get rushed. Okay. And the whole rushing part of it makes it seem like you're like a celebrity and you get rushed to the front because you're so popular and you're so this and you're so that. No, you get rushed to the front. So then you don't know what you're doing. So then you're ill prepared. So then they can fuck you over again. Okay. It's a tactic. It's a tactic. You need to wait in line like everybody else. You need to get your information like everybody else, right? You need to wait your turn like everybody else. Anybody that tries to push you right to the front, there's a hidden agenda there. Why do they want to push you to the front? Because they're greedy and they know you're going to fuck up and then they can take it. Okay? Sloth. You know, because vanity is basically pride. Okay, so like we've got 3 deadly sins out here. This person is not doing what they're supposed to be doing. They're lazy. Again, maybe they're the drunks. Like, I mean, my parents drink. My mother drinks every day. My father drinks every day. Every day. Yeah, they don't call themselves alcoholics. I don't personally understand it. If you drink more than 3 times a week, you're an alcoholic, okay? It doesn't, just because you're not drinking every day. If you drink more than half a week, you're an alcoholic. There's something wrong. You shouldn't be drinking that much, okay? Because what it does is it does take you from your mission. It does throw you off. It does put you in a different grid. It does fuck with you. It does shut your third eye down, right? It's going to do a bunch of shit. And like, I know for a fact, there's no way my parents have their third eye open. They don't think about the other side or heaven or the devil. They are so one-dimensional that they're going to die in that one dimension, you know, because they can't get past it. They don't dream. They don't imagine. They're just stone cold people that act happy and have smiles on their face, and they have nice cars, so people think that they're great people. Yeah, okay. No. But sure as fuck fooled me, right? Okay. Are we doing anything else? Gluttony. Oh, another sin. I mean, God's got them on so much shit as of right now, okay, that there's the tower. They don't know how to cleanse themselves. They're not connecting with themselves. And they're caught up in so much envy and greed and vanity and gluttony. And they don't even know what they're doing. They're blocking everybody with their giganticism, because they won't sit the fuck down, right? They got to take things. So obviously, this is a reading about somebody who is getting shut down for blocking you time and time again. I just started getting the song I'm a Window. And that was playing the other day. That came into a reading. And I was listening. It was playing in my head yesterday, too. Somebody was trying to fuck with me. And that song came in, and I was like, you're just the rain. That's it. You're just splashing up against me, but you can't do nothing to me. You can't penetrate me. You can't get into me. Okay? And that's obviously, if you listen to that song, I'm a Window, by Matthew Good, he explains that, well, he's basically just talking about how other people are on the outside of that window, and they're just things. They can't stop you. They can't, like call them on, dare them to break you, dare them to even try to come and fuck with you, because what they've been doing is they've been blocking you in a way that, I mean, if there's this many sins, it makes it seem to me like they're going straight to hell. Hell in a handbag, I just heard. Okay? So, I mean, you reap what you sow. If they were so adamant on getting you somewhere so quickly, well, maybe the universe will be so adamant on getting them somewhere quickly. Okay? Because you didn't want it, and they ain't going to want this. And again, we will always say, you reap what you sow. Okay. And if you's a greedy bitch, you's going to get greed back. You know what I mean? Okay, so we're doing this reading today now that there's some people here, basically for questions. So if anybody's got any questions that they want answered, really quick, we are doing that today. If not, I am just going to continue to read the energy until the reading is over. So if you don't speak now, forever hold your peace. I don't know if you're here, Danny. Of course. I went live a little soon, so I kind of have a feeling that there's really not going to be too many people here. And of course, the day I choose to do questions. All right, well. All right, I'm going to proceed with the next reading. Now that I know for sure nobody's going to say anything. Something down there's got a match gone away, boys. Great, now I'm Matthew Good in my head. Okay, next message. Spirit. Okay, I had this feeling that somebody is about to come towards you. That feels like that's just way too many. And they got something to say. Okay. They have suppressed a lot of emotions about you. And you assumed possibly that this person was dead and gone. And maybe you gaslighted them. Maybe they gaslighted you. Maybe you just act like they're dead. They very much are not dead. Okay, so the sperm donor. Is that 2 cards? No. Okay, sperm donor with Hex, 911, deadline, connection. We have 3 deads here. So I don't know if somebody's going to die. Maybe that's what I'm picking up on. Somebody, well, okay, maybe they're going to call you because they're about to die. It's like kind of like deathbed shit. They they assumed that you didn't want to talk to them or that you don't want to talk to them. So they just want to, I feel like, get some shit off their chest, and then they're going to die. And like, I mean, wouldn't that be so ironic if this person was on their deathbed and they apologized to you and suddenly they lived for like another 10 years because they apologized? That's like, because I'm getting a creepy aspect here on something like never ending life or something. Like this person can change just because health, just because a doctor says that they're going to die. Doesn't mean that they're the reaper and they know for sure. Right? There have been people who have been terminally ill and lived for 10 plus years. Again, the body does miraculous things. Just because something's there doesn't necessarily mean it's there to kill you. It could be there just to slow you down, there to address the fact that you aren't Superman and you won't live forever, right? This confession might give them the will to stay alive. Because it seems to be quite a connection. Like it's a strong connection. It's something weird. Something that like most people don't have. And I feel like it's not their time. But if they don't want to make it right, then it is going to be their time. Because I think you do have a lot more control over your death than you think. Okay. And I mean, when it's time to go, it's time to go. But this is something different. This is mission. This is something that can possibly be rewritten if it wants to be. Again, now I'm getting the crow analogy again. I swear that came up like, I don't know if it was yesterday or the day before. And the newer crow with the Skarsgård, his mission changes because he judged. And he wasn't supposed to judge. So his mission changed. This could be somebody who judged you because they didn't want to admit what they did. They didn't want to take fault for what they did. And then they assumed that you suppressed all this shit like they did. Okay. And it's almost like this could have taken, 5 years to say something to you. But now I feel like they don't, it's like they don't have anything left to lose. If they die, they die. Right. But they will regret, I feel like, not saying something to you. Like I thought that about my mother because her husband died recently, and she'd been married for 50 years, and I said to myself, I'm like, man, if she were to come clean with my sister and I and make amends with us, I think she could probably live until 100. But if she stays guilt-ridden and full of pride and sitting on the top of her, high horse, thinking that her daughters are the worst things in the world, when she knows that what she was married to was a monster, if people don't come to terms with it, I think she's going to die quick, right? Because that guilt is going to eat her alive. If she doesn't come to terms with what she did, she is going to die. Okay, and that's anybody who bullied you, who abused you, who didn't stand up for you, who walked away from you. I believe that you can change your mission, and your health doesn't have anything to do with it. I mean, it does, but it doesn't, because we never had health care back in the day. People died when they were ready. They just died, right? Now we have more of a choice on that. But even with the biggest drugs in the world, if somebody doesn't want to live, there's no amount of drugs that'll make their will for life change. Right? So this has something to do with witchcraft. Like, somebody definitely, did something to you, and all of that is breaking now because they are so close to death that if they have spells out there, if they have magic out there, if they have shit that they cultivated out there, manifested, it's now dying because they don't have any energy left. It's very unexplainable. Like, it's very X-Files. It seems like they just run out of gas. But they run out of gas because they didn't want to admit that they were on E and they needed to get it. They just assumed it was going to get filled up for them. That's what assumptions do. When you assume that people are lying, or you assume, that you married the greatest man in the world who turned out to be a monster, and you don't ever come to that realization to put your pride away enough to maybe think your kids are telling the truth, or maybe someone's telling the truth on the worst story in the world, right? Like, people live in these tiny little boxes, okay? And these tiny little boxes suffocate them, torture them. And they go out and they torture you. And they stop believing, and they disillusion you, and they call you crazy because, heaven forbid, they fucking take a deep breath and, I don't know, maybe think that there's something out there that they don't know about. Maybe. If their pride isn't too high that day, they might be able to listen to you. But if it's too high and you're a little girl in their mind, little girls can't handle information. Little girls don't know anything, right? So you better sit the fuck down if you even try to talk to this person. Misogynistic. That's what I'm getting. But what's funny is even misogynistic from a woman's perspective, or in a woman's body. Like, really? Wow, that's creepy. So this person took a lot of time hexing you. And I think they've got a lot of shit that they got to clear up before they die. And I think they can. I think they can clear a lot of it up. I think, you can take back anything. You can apologize for anything. You can change the energy on anything. But you have to fucking want to. You have to eat that shit. You have to take a risk. You have to take a move for it. Right? If you don't, then they're just going to walk right past you. This one guy, he's so convinced that I don't like him and that I hate him. He wants me to be the man in the relationship and approach him and make all the moves because he's too scared to make a move towards me, thinking that I don't like him. And I honestly, at this point in time, it's so childish. I've known him for 10 years. I don't understand. I have, as if he's trying to get me to beg for him. And it's just, it comes to a point where it's like, you want me to be your mommy. Like, you want me to call you. You want me to pursue you. You want me to chase you down. You basically want me to attack you, to go out with you. Like, just so then you know for sure that that's what I want. Because heaven forbid you might look like an idiot for a second if I didn't like you. It's just like sometimes people, then they don't deserve love. You don't deserve to fall if you're not going to try, right? Because that's the thing. Is like so many people get scared and they don't take risks and they don't take moves and they expect other people to, right? Or they expect the universe to give them some bold cut sign where it's like, how about if you know the person and they like you, just say it. Okay, if you need a clear-cut sign about your feelings towards somebody, I would really think, like, the universe is not here to tell you how you feel about somebody, okay? Love is blind. If you're still thinking that you can control how your partner is and the way he looks and the way he acts and how much money somebody makes, you're not in it to win it. You're in it to look good with somebody beside you, okay? So whatever this is about, I don't know if maybe somebody didn't like the look of you or didn't want to be in public with you, okay? They're going to lose their chance at life now because they didn't apologize to you. They didn't even try. They're just going to suppress their emotions and then act it out on you, okay? And that's where you have to walk from people because that's so abusive. If somebody likes you, I'm sorry, but you're not a mommy or a daddy. It's not your responsibility to go out and ask somebody out. Like, people are so narcissistic that they will put so much shit on you, right? Like this guy, he fucking started banging some chick basically right in front of me. And then when he saw me 10 years later, walked into my work and didn't even say hello to me. Well, you had the chance to say hello to me. That's what he said. You came into my work with your fucking girlfriend and you don't say hi to me, but you expect me to come walking up to you and give you a big hug? Like, when people are playing that game with you and they expect you to jump through hoops and do all this shit for you while they just sit back on their little high horse and cross their disgusting boots and spit at you, yeah, there are so many people out there that you are better than, and please recognize when you are better than somebody. And that's when somebody makes you feel like shit or says that you don't do enough for them, you don't bring them up enough, that you don't, like, I'm sorry, but women, stop taking care of men. Men, get your fucking shit together. Okay, women are not here to ask you out and coddle you and run you a bath every night and do your laundry. That's a mommy. Mommies do that. Okay, not girlfriends, not boyfriends. Mommies and daddies do that shit, right? You gotta learn. Who the fuck do you think you are? Like, okay, so you can come in and start talking shit on my shit. Like, what are you even doing? Jesus Christ. You're lying to yourself and to God. What? Okay, there's some people in the chat that be losing their motherfucking minds. Okay. I'm lying to myself and to God. Is God listening right now? Like, am I talking to God? I'm sorry. I didn't realize we were in a church and I was talking to God right now. I thought I was on the internet talking to you fine people of YouTube. But apparently this is church and we're talking to God, people. Okay? Get it right. Get it right. You know, they just want to, people, those robots that jump from like chat to chat to chat, they just want to be seen. Like, isn't that so sad? It's like Jim Carrey, like, go to bed, nobody cares about you anymore, okay? Like, nobody wants to see your wrinkly old ass come out here and fucking make a parade about shit. Okay, you're dead and gone to everybody, go away. But they just can't. It's like, it would, how sad would it be to be a celebrity? Like, they have to be on the top of the pedestal all the time. Like, because if you don't give them any credit or any acknowledgement, they'll go home and cry themselves to sleep. Like, they have to be seen, they have to be heard, they've got to be on TV shows, they've got to be on the new movies. Like how sad is that it'd be such a sad life to be a celebrity. People think it'd be so great. Oh, because you could be rich. You know, you can get rich other ways, right? Instead of selling your soul and going on the television. You can end up on television your own way. You don't have to sell your soul. I'd still rather live in a crack house than be in Hollywood. I mean, again, you got to learn your worth, right? You got to learn your worth. You got to learn your worth. But I'm here and I'm remembering, I'm lying to God, remember. Okay, according to that idiot in the chat, I'm lying to God, apparently, by reading tarot cards. So on that note, let us roll the universe dice for the last reading of the show. Okay, the moon, the 12th house, double moon and Aquarius. Oh my God, we are coming to the end of something. That's the end, because Aquarius is the second last sign and Pisces is the last sign, which is the moon. Double moon and Aquarius. Double moon and Aquarius. I just saw the moon card. What? Okay, something's going on. Something's hidden. We got some ulterior motives here. We got some ill intention. We got some drunk ass imprisonments. Okay, give me this moon, please. Give me the moon. Give me the moon. Give me the moon. Hangman in reverse. Okay, so King of Swords was on the bottom of the deck. It came out again, but we got the Page of Swords in reverse and the Queen of Pentacles in reverse with the Hangman in reverse. So I believe that there are lies on the move about you right now. Okay. People might be lying about, there was somebody who said that I didn't live where I did, not too long ago. They're like, yeah, right, you don't live. And I'm like, okay. I don't need to prove where I live because the government knows where I live. It's on my driver's license. Okay. So I don't need to prove shit. So you got these lies on the move. This Page of Swords in reverse with this Hangman in reverse and this moon. There's a hidden agenda here with somebody lying about your status. You're Queen of Pentacles. Okay. Now you're this King of Swords, which means you're in your fucking truth. Okay. And that's what I mean. People want to call you out. They want to try to say that what's going on isn't going on or your truth isn't your truth. Really, it doesn't matter. Anybody that doesn't believe you, they expect you to explain yourself more. Okay. And they'll just keep you talking and talking and talking while they just keep shit talking you. Okay. So it doesn't matter how much you tell the truth. If they think you're lying, they're just going to go with you're lying. Okay. They don't have any stats to back it up. They don't have any information to back it up. They just have their own heads. Okay. That's it. They ain't talking about anything real. Okay, so what's this 12th house then? Maybe that's why. Maybe it's over. These lies in motion are over. Okay. 10 of Swords. What am I telling? I can't lie if I tried. These people, they fucking stabbed you in the back so many times with this lie. It all started with one person telling a lie and going out there, okay, and starting shit. That's it. All right. It took one person. And these knives, it's all behind your back. All of it. Magician in reverse. It's all behind your back. Oh my God. 5 of Wands in reverse. They're not even going to let you try to fight back. Okay. So they're going to, these people, no one's telling you this shit that's said about you. No one's allowing you to get your truth out. It kind of seems like to me you're dealing with a community full of fucking assholes. Okay. And you could have been to fucking Warren back, and for some reason somebody's going around saying that you never went. You've never held a gun before. You never put the fucking uniform on. You've never killed somebody. Really? You're going to try to take away all my memories, sending your shit around? Who cares how many people believe them? That's the thing. Okay. Anybody can believe a retard if they go out there and explain it enough. Okay. A real person comes and asks the questions and make sure the information's right. Okay. So whoever this person is, okay, they've been holding on to this for a while. Talking they shit, doing their shit. Oh my God, they're so disgusting. Okay. And we got Justice here. They could be a Libra out there running their mouth. Okay, and actually, that guy I was telling you about is a Libra as well. Ran his mouth around, talked so much shit about me. He still won't apologize. He still won't stand in front of me and tell me how much shit he said about me, all because he was in love with me and didn't want to admit it. So he fucking murdered my life. That's not love. That's not love. He did spells against me. He did hexes against me. All because trying to get me to come near him, trying to get me to expose my love for him and tell him all this shit. Like, why didn't he just tell me how he felt, right? Why do these people have to torture you because they won't tell you how they feel? So you're going to make me jump through fired hoops because you won't admit something? Because you might look like an idiot? Idiots are in love. Don't they say that? Fool in love? You are in love when you're a fucking fool, or a fool when you are in love. That's the whole point, but you don't care because you're in love. And you're getting pussy or you're getting dick, okay? And it's good. And you love it, okay? Why would you let your friends in the middle of that? Like, how disgusting are you? You want your friends in the bedroom too, taking pictures and talking shit? Like, so whoever this Page of Swords is in reverse, okay, you fucked them and they talked shit about your pussy or your dick. They talked about you to other people. Oh my God. Wow. And like, I never understood that. Why would you talk shit about somebody you fucked? You realize that now you're basically talking shit about yourself. Like, why would you do that? Why? Like, people, honestly, so many people, it doesn't matter if they're in their 30s, 40s, 50s, they don't deserve to have sex and it's going to get taken away from them. They're going to become impotent. They're going to lose their hair. Okay, Viagra is not even going to work for them. Okay? Fucking idiots. Oh, I hope they go limp dick. Fucking limp biscuit. For the rest of their life, talking shit about you. Oh, that's so nasty. I hate that shit. That's so juvenile. No wonder you broke up with them. Oh, they were talking shit about you after you went and had sex with them. They're lucky you even touched them with your pussy lips, okay? They're lucky you even gave them the time of day and swapped saliva with them. Okay, what they did, and now they can't eat shit. Now they can't make it better. Oh my God, grow up. This person honestly kind of deserves to die for what they did. And whatever that judgment is, whatever that death is, they can fucking do it. Because guess what? Here's the world. It's over. That's the third affirmation of something being over with. Okay, and I'm guessing the Aquarius is the fact that you were connected with them. Okay, 10 of Wands in reverse. Like, there's two. Oh my God, those are two more endings. So we have 2 10s. We have the World, and then we've got the Moon and the 12th house. That's 5 endings. 5. I don't know if they fucking talked about you for 5 years. Okay, I don't know if that 5 years is like 25 years. I don't know, but somebody had such hidden intentions towards you, and when they got drunk, they fucking ran their mouth. Okay? And everything that they said about you, you know about. That's the thing. You know, you've heard it in your head, but you don't want to believe it because you don't want to think that somebody would say that about you and claim they love you or like you in any way. No. Okay? Again, learn what love is as opposed to lust. Okay? Lust is not love. Just because you find somebody attractive does not mean you love them. Okay? You do not hurt the people that you love. You do not put witchcraft on the people that you love. You do not withstand, or confine somebody you love. There are certain dynamics of a love relationship that you just wouldn't do. Other than that, you abuse, you control, okay, even you tolerate or enable, that's an abusive relationship. And to be honest, 99% of people are in them, okay? But they don't understand what abuse is because their parents were the same way, or they don't get any other pussy and that's how their wife is, and blah, 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 or their husband's just an asshole. There's nobody else in the world for them. It doesn't matter what it is. It's a fucking corrupt world. That's all that matters, is how fucking corrupt it is and how full of shit it is. Okay? So the fact that this person, knowing how fake this world is, know how hard this world is, went out and talked about you after you let their hands touch you. And I hope sex got taken away from them altogether, because the way that I'm kind of seeing this, they're not mature enough to have sex. If you're going out there and talking shit about the people you fucked, you don't deserve to have sex. Okay? Like, because shit that you do in the bedroom is between you and that person. I don't care how horny they are. I don't care what kind of freaky shit they did. Keep it to yourself. Shut your fucking mouth. Don't go out and tell and brag. Maybe this person was bragging about you. I don't know what the fuck they were doing, but whatever it was, it's not bragging when you're humiliating somebody. Like, you're humiliating somebody. What up, She McGee? Okay? That's not awesome high five in the bedroom. That's humiliation. You don't deserve to touch that person ever again. Literally. So, justice in the house. Okay, shut this fucking idiot down. All right, who's talking shit about you. Maybe they talked shit about the house you were in when they banged you. I don't fucking know. Again, they're lucky you even touched them. Okay, to sit back and fucking then talk shit about you afterwards. You know, again, people who talk shit, they're losers. They're losers who lost you, okay? And they won't wait a week or two. They're going to start talking shit about you right away, okay? And people are going to tell you about it. And if they don't tell you straight to your face, you're going to hear it in your head. Okay. And I know that you sound like maybe people think that that's paranoia, right? Or I hear things in my head all the time, but that can't be right. It's right. Okay. Majority of people that you think like you don't like you. Okay. All your friends at the bars that you think are happy to see you aren't happy to see you. They're just happy to party with somebody. So then they don't have to be alone. Okay. At their apartments, crying all night because they lost you. Okay. So whoever's talking shit, 4 wands in reverse, it's going nowhere now. It's going nowhere now. Okay. I'm not gonna lie, this was really awful to bring up. Okay, this reading just left a really bad taste in my mouth. Like, for reals. I mean, like, people who talk shit about people that they fucked, it's just so disgusting, because at one point in time, they were so into you, they were in you. Okay, but heaven forbid somebody take a slap shot to the face. Heaven forbid something doesn't work out. You need to shut your fucking trap. Then you go run your mouth. Does it make you feel better? Make you feel like a man to go talk shit about a woman? Does it make you feel like a woman to go talk shit about a fucking man? Like, I mean, honestly, if it does, awesome. You're juvenile as fuck. Get out of the way so then the adults can come through. Right? Like, oh my God. It's just so exhausting. Like, because now my jaw hurts. You know, I had to waste my time talking about this. I honestly would have rather talk about somebody stalking you. I'm sorry, but I just like, oh my God. Shit talking out of the bedroom is like the worst fucking readings for a woman to ever talk about. Like, it's just that so defeminizing. Like, and I'm not a feminist by any means. I don't give a shit. I think everybody's the same. But like, to stoop that low, right, is just, it's just like disgusting. That's disgusting. Like, and then make you beg for it, make you love it, make you want it. Like, oh, even grosser. Like, oh my God. Have you ever heard about just being a nice person? Maybe a little foreplay before you go fuck everybody? Like, ugh. Blech. Blech. I said that to my stepmother this one time because she just loves fucking me, right? And she'll just fuck me for no reason. And I said to her the last time I ever let her speak to me, I said to her, I go, you know what? Honestly, it'd be nice a little foreplay before you fuck me. She got up. She ran out of that room. She was so angry. She didn't speak to me. And I was like, well, that's what happens when you have a fight with a grown-up. We have grown-up words that we like to use. But she thinks I'm a child, right? So I'm not allowed to speak up for myself because children, you're supposed to shut up, right? So as a 40-year-old woman, when I have fights with her, I talk and she doesn't like it. She'll get so mad just by my words, she'll get up and walk away because I'm not speaking the way that she wants me to be heard. And I'm like, who do you think you are? Like, this is the bitch who waited for the queen to come over our entire lives, okay? With the china and the dusting. Oh my God. Did Queen Victoria ever make it over, or did she eventually die? Oh, wait, she died. But Cindy kept that china nice and clean just in case she ever came over. I know, I dusted it. Honestly, your parents, any torment that they ever put you through, they will pay the price for it. Like, I mean, they will. If they're not already paying for it in their geriatric fucking ages, if they're not already paying for it, there's a place called hell, and they will go there when they die. And you know somebody is in a bad place when you don't see them. Okay, if you can see your dreams, I mean, I'll ask this straight up. If you don't believe me, I'll ask the guides right now. Okay, is it a good thing to not see somebody after they die in the dream state? All right, you want to know? All right, somebody questioned me. I can feel it. I can feel the questioning. Reconsider. Okay, reconsider. Okay, it is not a good thing to not see dead people. It means they're somewhere like hell and they ain't coming back. Okay? They got debts to deal with. They got shit that happened. Okay? These people will pay for what they did. See, yes, they will pay for what they did. Okay? Will go to an evil, dark place. You're going in the right direction. See what I mean? They're going in the direction they need to. Okay, just saying. Oh, yeah, okay. Does anybody have questions now? Is it cold there? You're in Alberta? She McGee? I didn't know that. It is not cold here. We are getting what you would consider a Chinook right now. And yesterday it was 9 degrees. Okay, 9 degrees. All right. Why, Darren? You didn't ask a question, you idiot. About time, answer. What do you mean about time, answer what? There's no question. Oh my God. Calgary, the place where they try to kill you every day in the winter? Oh my God. So we read the stats the other day because we still bring up shit from Calgary, considering we still have Alberta plates. And fucking the first day you guys got snow, there were 400 accidents. I'm like, why do they just want you to die there? Like, I don't understand. I had to remember that Ontario uses salt. I still drive like I'm in Calgary and like sand is on the ground. Like, I'm still traumatized from living in Alberta. Like, I was just telling my sister the other day, I'm like, taking the corners so slowly. And like, we have $2,000 tires. Like, you should see the grooves on these things, okay? And like, it can handle snow, but I'm still like, you know, you just hit black ice in Calgary just in the middle of the streets on a sunny day. Like, I don't understand why they try to kill you so much. God bless you, she out there. My God. May you stay safe. Have you guys had any Chinooks this year? And you know what's so funny? I lived there for 2.5 years, almost 3 years. And in the winter, I think we experienced like 3 Chinooks the entire time we were there. It sucked. It was the worst 3 winters I think you guys had back to back. And it was so cold that the fog was freezing. It was like minus 60 one day. You couldn't even go outside. I didn't know places like that existed. I mean, Ontario gets cold, but like not that cold. Like maybe for like a day or so, and then it goes away, you know? Well, I don't know. I'm in Southern Ontario. We line up with California, so our weather is weird. Like, it's weird. We get these, you know, we get Chinooks. Just nobody talks about them. They don't say that they're Chinooks because they don't know what Chinooks are. But surprisingly, when the fires were on Calgary one year, I moved from there to Ontario at like the end of August. So the fires were still in the mountains, like blazing. Okay. That smoke was followed into Ontario. Okay, so there's no doubt in my mind that wind from Calgary makes it here. And I swear, the other day I woke up, because I know the smell of BC. I used to always be able to smell the air of BC in Calgary sometimes, you know, especially when it was nice. You just get that air, like that sweet smelling BC air. I can smell Calgary. I can smell Alberta in the air sometimes. Like, I know I can. I know I can. And if I follow smoke all the way into Ontario, I'm like, damn right, I can smell that air. I know that air. I lived there. You can't lie about it. Like, you know what it smells like. It smells very significant. Minus 25. Oh my God. No fucking way. Oh, honestly, that smell. I was going to move to Lethbridge, actually, before we decided to come back to Ontario. We were going to move to Leth down there, and I'm glad we didn't, but I could only imagine how much the smell of Arizona is and the bottom of Alberta like that. Because, like, the desert is so close. I mean, Lethbridge basically is the fucking desert. It's weird, but it just gets snow. Okay, people. Last reading. And if you have any questions, put them up. When do you guys ever get me asking questions? It seems like Collective does not want to know what's going on. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. Okay, here we go. Last reading. Oh my God, I went to Boston Pizza last night and ate. It was the spiciest meal I've ever had in my life. Why is everything so spicy there? I had the pierogi pizza, spiciest thing I ever had. Panera bread, so spicy, the dip. Then I had cactus cut chips. Why is the dip so spicy? It was so spicy. Oh my God, I can still taste the spice in my mouth. Honestly, I don't know why I just thought of it, but I'm still fighting the spice from fucking dinner last night. So weird. Okay. Do we want to talk about the reading? Let's do it. Okay, so we have Phantom of the Opera with Dracula and The Shining and Trap, Keep Out. With Halloween just showed up in the Boogeyman. Who is that? Rob Zombie? I'm Your Boogeyman? Or White Zombie? Oh, She McGee. Okay. Are you going? Oh, God. I don't really want to answer that question. Let's do that at the end, okay? I feel like that's a medical question, but we'll see. Okay, like we said, energy is outside, okay? We can outlive anything. Okay, so obsession. Okay, so what I'm getting with this is I feel like somebody's about to unleash something onto you, okay? Somebody is mad at you, and they're like obsessed mad at you, okay? So they want to try to hurt you again, okay? Because heaven forbid you just move on with your life and, you know, move on from them. I don't know, maybe it's the guy I was talking about. I don't know if I can talk about him without him fucking putting another spell on me or putting some voodoo hex on my life again, because he's so powerful. Okay? Honestly, I don't know if you call somebody out, but somebody's angry at you, okay? And call people out. Who gives a fuck? Send that energy back. You will be protected. I don't care how hard they try. Okay, what goes around comes around. They want to send out a bunch of shit. They have to be prepared to eat a bunch of shit, okay? So you have somebody that is planning on attacking you through shine. So almost like they might start getting into your head, right? Getting into your thoughts, getting into your head, trying to control you some way. Okay, the thing is that they are set on trapping themselves inside your head to control you, and you start to fight back. Okay. I don't really think you're just going to let this person chase you around and be scared of them. Okay. You have to face your fears. You have to face people who are potentially there to harm you. You have to be smarter than your stalker. Okay. So Blair Witch with the Babadook, okay, I feel like this person is trying to read up on witchcraft to do to you. Okay, again, that's not going to be witchcraft. That's going to be Satanism. Okay, they want to perform something against you. They want to do something against you. And the thing is that they're going to do it in reverse. Okay, and if anything, they're going to try to project their voice in your head. And I feel like they're only going to hear their voice in their head. Okay, it's not going to come anywhere near you. The thing is, this person thinks that they're very powerful. They think they are like the Blair Witch. They think that they're high and mighty. They can do a lot of magic. They actually can't. Their only tactic they have is to scare you. As soon as you're not scared of them anymore, they can't control you. Okay, so for instance, when I paint or when I draw, I hear my stepmother in my head. You have to make it real. That's not real. That's not, she wants everything to be exactly to key. Exactly. If this crow looks like this, it needs to be painted just like this. Has to be as realistic as possible. There can't be purple trees and green rivers. Even though there are purple trees, they're called birch, and green rivers, and they're in the Amazon. Okay. But in her mind, water has to be blue. Trees have to be green, etc., etc. Okay. So I, even as a 40-year-old artist, I have to try to get away from that. I have to try to branch away from that because I can hear her. And every time I do, I go, fuck you. I can draw the way I want to draw. I'm not a child. Okay. I don't need to listen to your boundaries and your bullshit on the imagination. Why is there a boundary in my imagination? Fuck you. Get out of there. Okay. Kick that bitch to the curb. There's definitely somebody in your head. Okay. Definitely somebody in your head. Okay, and they're shining away. Okay, and that is fucking terrifying because you think it's you and it's not you. Okay, even my ex-boyfriend's in my head. Like, he was such a agoraphobe, but I dated him for a while that I can still hear him. Like, if my coffee spills and I don't get it right away, I hear, ew, clean that up. I know it's him. Right? Because he's judging the situation right away. Like, fuck you. If I'll clean it up when I want to clean it up. I have to realize that that's not me, that I can still hear his voice in my head, judging me when something gets spilled or when I don't clean up something right away. It's always, ew, that's gross. You're gross. You smell. That's disgusting. I don't like you anymore. And I'm like, bitch, I haven't dated you for 20 years. You didn't even like me when we dated. All you did was fucking abuse me with your words on how imperfect I was. And he's still claiming how imperfect I am. Head. You know why he claims I'm so imperfect? Because he knows I am perfect and he doesn't want to amount me to that perfect because then I have to live up to it. So there's always in his mind going to be something wrong with me, and that's fine. I'm not perfect. Continue to point out things, all my flaws. I know that you fucking hate me. I know that you don't love me because you don't sit there pointing out people's flaws because you love them. Okay, if there's a flaw that's hurting somebody, you might want to bring it up, but very nicely. You don't tell people that the way they chew is disgusting and to change it. Oh, wipe your mouth, you're disgusting. That's the way he would speak to me as a boyfriend who fucked me. Okay. He was suddenly like a dad who needed to tell me what to do and burnt me like a baby. Okay. So you have somebody, maybe this is an ex in your head, because he got into my head too. He's very much a bully. He thinks he's perfect. And I know that he's not perfect. I know that there are flaws. He doesn't like his nose. He doesn't like his feet. He thinks he's too hairy, right? He thinks he's too ragey. Maybe he shouldn't have taken steroids and kicked the shit out of me, okay? Because now he's even more hairier, right? He made so many bad decisions that he looks at other people and judges them. Because heaven forbid he look in the mirror and judge himself, right? These people that are in your head hate themselves, which is why they're trying to make you perfect. Okay, so you are some badass warrior that spirit really wants to see succeed. Okay, and they really want to see this phantom disappear, because they are a phantom. They're just living in your head 6 feet under. Okay, they're not a person anymore. They're just a voice. Okay, so somebody, you're not trapped with it. You can get out of it. Okay, all you have to do is follow the steps on what to do. Like if this was a personal reading, we could get into it, but I don't really know what you could do to get rid of this, but you would know, right? Stop listening to it. Okay, that's all it is. Stop listening to it, because they're trying to create you as this person, as this monster, and you're not. They're creeping in on you. They're trying to watch you. They're stalking you, and they want to get in your head. They want to fuck with you. They want to talk to your neighbors. They want to know what you're doing. Okay, they want to know if somebody comes over, if you're banging somebody, right? They want to know who your boyfriend is if you are seeing somebody. They want to know what your number is if you changed it, right? These people are so hooked on phonics with you that the more you give into them and fear them, the more you're going to hear them in your head. Okay, and this is a way where, honestly, tarot readers and people who have their third eye open, unfortunately, this is the time where people who get in your head make you feel crazy. Right. And then it almost comes down to, well, I don't want to channel anymore. Then I don't want to hear this. Why do I have to hear somebody talking about me so much? It's because the universe now has given you this telephone in your head where people don't get to talk shit about you anymore without you hearing it. Okay. I kind of think we talked about this in the first reading, right? You are now, it's not paranoia. It's actual people that don't like you, trying to change you, trying to talk shit, so then you will change, okay? Trying to make you the evil villain, so then maybe you'll actually turn into it, okay? And it's humiliating what they actually think that they can do and how much power they actually have had over you, because you don't know that these people are up there. Okay, so long story short, somebody out to try to do witchcraft on you, and it's not going to work, because this witchcraft is to try to get into your head. And if you don't let people in your head, or if you start to learn how to control people in your head, like I like to just kind of visualize my head having like a bunch of telephones in it, and I'll go to each telephone and I'll hang it up visually in my third eye, and then I'll put the phones all behind doors, and I'll shut the doors and I'll lock it, right? And I'll tell whatever it is, you're disconnected. You don't have an open line in my head, because as much as we are practitioners and as much as we open to spirit and we protect ourselves, there are still evil villains that want to get in past security and breach, right? It's no different. Your mind is no different than your phone, right? If you lock your phone, you might want to lock your head. Okay. But it's a little bit harder to lock your head. You have to learn how to lock it with a password so nobody gets in. But even with a loaded password and 2-step verification, motherfuckers still get in. Okay. So if they can get that in that easily into your social media, imagine how easy it is to get into your head. Okay. And I'm not saying easy as in it should be disregarded. I'm saying easy as in it ain't that difficult to get into people's heads. Okay. I've seen it. It just takes a lot of mastery. Okay. And if these bitches want to do it that bad, they will master their craft on brainwashing. Okay. Okay, so She McGee, you got something going on with your spleen. You bruised your spleen on the 30th. It still hurts. Oh, okay. You want to do a little testy there, She McGee? You gonna test my mad skills? Test my mad skills, eh, bitch? Oh, I'm just kidding. Well, then, test away. All right, here we go. But the cards are all fucked up, so just give me 1 second. All right, everybody facing one direction? Yes. Okay, so the question is, do you need to get it removed? Yes or no? Okay, but the test results have already come in, so you already technically know the answer. Okay, so concentrate on the answer that you know. Okay, concentrate on what the medical advice is. Okay, so then I can concentrate on what spirit says. Okay, here we go. No need to worry. Oh, you don't know yet? Okay, well, we're getting no need to worry. Now, let's see if we get that same answer. Listen to your intuition. So, and then look at that. No need to worry is on the bottom of the deck again. So a lot of times when something's bruised, right? Like, because when muscles get bruised, it takes a lot more time to heal, right? So like that, right? You might think as long as there's no internal bleeding, right? Then you should be fine. Oh, you've hit it. You've injured your spleen before. Because those things, they do rupture. And, but that's usually like your appendix. Like that when that shit happens, if they're really worried about it, they'll just take it out like right away. So hopefully it's just a bruise. And when you go and see the doctors, you don't have anything to worry about. And then let me know, right? Like, let me ask one more time, okay? Should She McGee get her spleen removed? Yes or no? Unlikely. So, and I mean, surgery is so invasive that, I mean, even though you are in Canada, which in Canada, they'll just slice you open for no reason if you say that you want to be sliced open because healthcare is free. But it still seems an invasive surgery. So hopefully, they say unlikely. Again, I mean, because if you slip and fall again and hurt it again, then yeah, you're probably going to have to get it removed. So it's a weird question, right? Because it all kind of has to do with you and how, you know, like if you're icing it, right? I don't know how outside the spleen is, if you can ice it or, you know, plus you might want to maybe take some Advil, help the inflammation out. I don't know exactly what your doctor said to do to you, but I feel like as long as you follow procedure and don't overexert yourself or fall again or do anything, your body should be able to heal that. Because again, surgery should be the last option, you know, like that's always what doctors have said to me, like surgery is the last option. Like we want to try to go through everything and until, you know, just for sure, you know, like, you know, Canadian doctors, they're not out to make money. So they are, but it's not like the States. So hopefully, fingers crossed, and email me on that, please. Let me know what the docs say. Okay, do we have anything else, people? 1:20:25. See, I did not have this much energy when I first started. Again, because the meth in the air. Thank you for liking, everybody. 14 likes. Nicely done, everybody. 14 likes. We haven't had 14 likes in a live for a while, so thank you. Pat yourselves on the back there, everybody. All right for that? Good, good. Yeah. Check your gut, girl. Your gut won't lie to you. As long, just baby the shit out of yourself right now. What up, new subs? All right. Does anybody have any questions before we say sayonara? Speak now, forever hold your peace. And 5, 4, 3. Okay, turning questions off. But thanks for asking, She. You never know. Maybe I just wanted to do questions and answers today to make you feel better about your spleen. Honestly, I swear, my sister and I went out for dinner last night. I think because the guy downstairs was hungry. And the meal was so spicy. Like I never plan on bringing the guy downstairs food ever. It's not like, oh, I love feeding people who don't have food, even though I'm broke. But everything was so spicy that I was like, I can't eat this. Like, I'm not going to go home and eat this. And obviously my sister, she's not going to go home and eat it. And so I gave him a half a pizza and 2 brownies for his leftover. And, oh my God, he was so appreciative of it. And the other day we went to Red Lobster and we just had like enough to make him a little meal with like pasta and those little crumpets and like shrimp. So we made him this whole Red Lobster meal to eat. And I'm like, who has neighbors like my sister and I? Honestly, I give him everything, like stale smokes if my sister won't smoke them. Oh, I gave him cake the other day because I didn't finish it. He got my shrimp pasta. He just eats all my leftovers and I don't throw anything in the garbage. It's amazing. And he's like 70 years old, so he needs so much help. And he's really broke. And I'm just thinking he must be eating the pizza right now because suddenly I just remembered I gave it to him. And I'm like, what the fuck? Are you eating it right now? You must be. He's sending me unagi that he's eating that pizza, I swear. You can hear people's thoughts. Like if you do something for somebody and then you hear about it in your head a couple days later, that person is telling people what you did, right? And always remember, if you hear something on your right side, okay, like if you get a ringing sensation on your right side, it means that somebody's speaking really nice of you, okay? And if you hear a ringing on your left side, it means somebody's speaking very ill of you. Basically walking on your grave. Okay, so if you suddenly pick up something and you're like, oh my God, I think someone's talking about me, I can guarantee you somebody is. Again, you all have telepathy, all of you. Doesn't matter if you're new, old, okay? You all have telepathy and you just have to learn how to use it because people all around, like I said, like I think we went out just to feed him. Like I think he was really hungry and he's got a dog down there too. So any meat that I get, I'll try to give the dog. And, people are starving. Like if you do something for somebody, like the way it comes back and it's not the way that you think. It's not like somebody just hands food, it comes back in a different way. Karma comes back in a different way. So remember that. Like, even these people that have done really bad things to you, their karma is going to come back. It's just going to come a different way, right? Like, that's going to be the morning they have, 2 flat tires, or they run out of gas, or their wife yells at them in front of everybody, or they get humiliated. Like, karma clap back at people. It just depends on what you did. So, and I swear, I think I went out to eat last night just because I was going to eat something too hot. So then I gave it to my neighbor so that he could eat. Like, I swear, that's what my sister said on the way home. She's like, I think we went so then we could give Dave food. And I'm like, well, we needed to eat somewhere. So, we never really finish anything because we don't have boyfriends. If I had a boyfriend, I would never be bringing home any food from the restaurant because he would eat it. But no, I don't have a boyfriend, so I never finish my food. So Dave gets it. He's like my personal security guard down there. He guards the door, I swear. He's a good man. Anyways, what goes around comes around, people. All right. And, there was this other place I was dealing with. Oh, yeah. I go to breakfast sometimes on this place that does meals. They give meals to the homeless. And what you do is, like, you pay for a meal, and then they, whoever comes in who's homeless just asks if there's any meals that's been bought, and then they get a free meal. Well, it's not free because you paid for it. And so I go there specifically. I don't even really like the food, but I go there just because I know they feed the homeless. I mean, honestly, this world is so impersonal now that when people do get personal within their community, it's really important to support them, because these no names that come in and take over everything are, the karmic relationships. Like, those are the ones that are factory driven, dead man walking, right? And we support them because we need their structures. But I mean, always remember the little guy. Okay, always remember the little guy, because we got to survive here too, right? Not just the big corporations and the Starbucks and the boat. Like, really, it just sucks. Like, the world sucks, but I get it. Whatever. It's nothing we can do about it. So, peace out. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope there was something for you. Welcome new subs. Make sure you send your telepathic questions in so then I can answer them with spirit. All right. We'll go back to doing readings in the next couple of days. Obviously, I got some shit I got to do, so I don't know when I'll be back, but either I'll be back for a live tomorrow or you will get your videos. Okay. Peace out, everybody. Thanks for subscribing, and thank you for liking once again. 15 likes, people. 15 likes. Congratulations. All right. Peace out.